out in the rain. This is exactly the kind of weather that I went to Spain to avoid.
Workout started.
But still, this is the first wet day that I've had. I'm planning to run to the summit of Mount Doug. It's a pleasant 7 degrees Celsius, but it's still raining and grey. There is no blue in the sky today. I'll be grateful when I get into the forest. I'll be sheltered somewhat from the rain. Well, I hope you enjoy this episode. It should be one continuous take, as I have my Sony already locked and in my pocket. And the microphone cord is running up under my t-shirt and out through my long sleeve to my watch, where I have the business end of the microphone clipped and socked. I've got the tip of the 2 throwaway gloves that I have sacrificed to the cause, as they are very effective wind filters. Especially so for the arm swing, and that's the one that played all my episodes, pretty much.
Time, 3 minutes. Distance, 0.48 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6 minutes, 12 seconds per kilometer.
Yep, it was a combination of suggestions and I think a photograph or 2 were involved. The wind filter is just so important if you're running with the microphone. So pretty soon I'll be turning off San Juan Avenue and onto my lovely, soggy, soft Mount Doug trails. I think today is an unavoidable wet shoe day. I was counting the running shoes that I'm currently using. Purely for running, I'm using 3 different pairs of Saucony. One of them has been relegated for the garbage, but they have sentimental attachment. My Saucony Kinvara 3s, the road shoe, par excellence, of which that started a somewhat fanatical brand loyalty to Saucony. But I think it was just because the Kinvara 3s were...
Time, 6 minutes. Distance, 0.96 kilometers.
Such a
Workout
good...
average pace, 6 minutes, 15 seconds per
Such a
kilometer.
good shoe that I started looking at other Saucony shoes. But I think pretty much any well-made neutral shoe would be much the same across all the various brands. Okay, so this is just about the last of the tarmac, the macadam. Well, I was right about it being a Scotsman who invented and put his name on melted tar with gravel. Well, bleak as it is, Mount Doug does look quite inviting with the mist blowing through its trees. This is where I saw Julie before I went to Spain. It appears that she's riding and running again after her very serious accident. That's good news. I might see her here one day walking her dog. That is the sound of Mount Douglas Creek in full flow. Yep, I'm not going to bother about the puddles. I have already resigned myself to wet feet. So now I will take the most direct path down the middle.
Time, 9 minutes. Distance, 1.44 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6 minutes, 13 seconds per kilometer.
The other advantage of having the clip-on microphone option is I can keep my recorder safe and dry in one of my pockets. As I speak to you now, it's probably, let's see, 10:30 in the morning. And I should have this summit done by the hour. Done and dusted. I already recorded the musical soundtrack for this episode. I did it yesterday while I was listening to one of my famous Grateful Dead live shows. I will keep the volume pretty low on that one. But on certain episodes, I will use music. Especially if I'm running solo, because there tends to be less conversation when I'm on my own. Mind you, you wouldn't think it sometimes. But as I was saying to Sandy yesterday, it makes little difference to me whether I'm recording or not as to how much I speak. That was a Saturn. That is a Honda. And this is a Mazda. And this is a Honda. And a Hyundai.
Now average time, 6 minutes, 14 seconds per kilometer.
That is the sound of Mount Douglas Creek in full flood. I was explaining this phenomenon to you the other day. How since they paved these subdivisions and put in housing and storm drains, when there is a heavy downfall of rain, the creek immediately explodes with volume, because all that water is channeled quickly and efficiently into the creek, which unfortunately isn't used to handling that much runoff all in one go. But still, they've had to resculpture the riverbed to accommodate these flash floods that happen. And that's purely because of the building of those subdivisions. Alright, so this is the Mount Doug parking lot. I'm running across a bed of pine cones, twigs, little sprigs of evergreen. Hang on, I gotta climb over a barrier here. Just a parking barrier. Won't stop for water today. I'm gonna head straight up to the mountain. Yep, Sandy, Jeff, and Lindsay should be running on Mount Suhalen as we speak. was the plan.
Time, 15 minutes. Distance, 2.33 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6
Hello.
minutes, 25 seconds per kilometer.
Hi. Yeah, we all got across safely. Me, the man with the golden retriever, a woman with a child, and another one by the hand. We all crossed in one safe movement. One of those confluences of time and happenstance. Oh man, these trails are nice. Now that I've resigned myself to wet feet, I really don't have to get too serious about my navigation. I just go straight down the middle. So I'm going to be going up the back of Mount Doug, a trail that runs from the north tip towards the south. And shortly after Elephant Rock, I will hike up the bare rock face to the summit, and then I'll come down by the elevator. Not really, I'll be coming down the quickest and safest trail from the top, which happens to be Glen Denning Trail. Yep, yesterday's run with Sandy was a lot of fun. We went to Royal Roads and ran on an extremely windy day.
18 minutes. Distance, 2.69 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6 minutes, 42 seconds per kilometer.
These are all pretty much must-run hills for the moment, anyway. Quite a lot of traffic for a Sunday morning. But very soon I will be heading away from the noise. Okay, up, up, up. I always hike this one. It's very, very steep. It's like 45 degrees, and it takes you from street level up to the 10-meter level very quickly. And this is the level above Cordova Bay Road that this trail takes. It's about 20 to 25 meters up and away from the road. The other nice thing about using the microphone for a change is because my hands are empty, if I should slip, I don't have to worry about dropping my equipment, and I can fend for myself a little better.
Beautiful day.
Yeah. Couple of happy trail runners. Yeah. One last dip back towards the road, and
Time 21 minutes.
21.
Distance 3.06 kilometers. Workout average pace 6 minutes 51 seconds per kilometer.
That's still a little swift. Still a little swift for this time of day and this particular phase of my training for this week. I will run, excuse me, my porridge. I will run all the trails that I normally run on this course, which means I should be running now. Yeah, Mount Suhalen is a tribal gathering place for the Malahat Nation. They consider it a spiritual mountain, and I think they have discovered middens, human burial remains, which they have to respect. No building, hallowed ground. Anyway, they're running up there on a mountain probably twice the height of Mount Doug. You can hear that I'm running through the water. Makes me feel like a puddle duck. Wasn't that a character in a book? Jemima, puddle duck. Yeah, I think I'm right. Beatrice Potter, maybe. So anyway, tomorrow, Monday, I will probably be running with Graham. This is
Time,
good.
24 minutes. Distance, 3.45 kilometers. Workout average pace, 6 minutes, 56 seconds per kilometer.
There's the jet to Maui. Hi. The guy with a huge golfing umbrella. I'm just about to hit the fake wooden bridges. I can hear a scorching. Yeah, I think it's probably my keys in my little pouch. Whoa, this looks like chocolate milk. The soil is so red here. I think it's all the pine needles. They stain the earth. But we're talking about generations of leaf litter being constantly soggy and dry and trodden on. Eventually all the good stuff erodes down to the bottom of the hill where all the farms are situated. Any second now I'll be running again. Okay, here we go. The old metronome. Up Whitaker Creek as it is today. Heading up towards Elephant Rock. Most of the rest of this podcast will be me hiking the summit.
Minutes. Distance 3.75 kilometers. Workout average pace 7 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer.
Yep. It'll drop down to 10 minutes plus per kilometer by the time I hit the summit. But that should be about 5 kilometers into this run. Going this way, I think it's a 5 kilometer summit approach. Yep, both shoes are well and truly soaked. This is where I have to watch my footing a little bit. Hello. Hi.
Hi, there's 2 of them.
Good.
There's a black one now.
That's it. Very well behaved dogs. And up. Yeah. Yesterday we saw a little black dog, Sandy and I, that was wearing a bright red rain jacket. Very smart. But the owner said it helps keep an eye on the dog when the dog runs into the bush after rabbits and things. It's easier for him to see where the dog is. It's a good idea. Mind you, there are precious few places where you can run a dog off leash. I believe there's certain areas in Royal Roads where they don't allow dogs off leash, but that's because they have peacocks. Okay, so I'm coming up on the elephant, then I double back and go up to the summit. Instead of continuing on Whitaker, I come back on myself a little bit, just around the ear of the elephant, and then hang a left.
Time, 30 minutes. Distance, 4.03 kilometers.
There you go.
Workout average pace, 7 minutes, 26 seconds per kilometer.
So it's about 1K to the summit now. And I'm now walking on a huge slab of, looks like granite. But with these shoes, my beautiful Saucony black and red, well, the laces are red, but my black Saucony trail shoes, definitely a pair that have given me very good service. But the secret of running basically safely and well is to have lots of shoes to switch, especially during a wet BC winter, which I managed to avoid 2 months of this kind of weather. This is what people go to Maui to get away from. I'm not even looking up. I know that the way I want to go is straight up. So I'm just focusing on each handhold and each foothold. I just looked up there because it opens up. Very few trees at this level. They're just shrubs. You can probably hear the water running off the rock here. Yep, this is definitely the glory zone. Oh, some wild daffodils up here. I've seen them before. I think I took a picture of them one year. Alright, I have to do the old detour, the Colleen detour. No, not Colleen, Christine.
Time, 33 minutes. Distance, 4.16 kilometers. Workout average pace, 7 minutes, 55 seconds per kilometer.
I missed that. You wouldn't think I would, but I did. My mind was elsewhere. Kathleen. That's the name I was looking for. Not Colleen or Christine. Kathleen. Yep. She's quite an accomplished trail runner now. She thinks nothing of 5-hour outings with the girls. Yep. The Kathleen bypass. That's what this is. You can hear the rain in the few leaves above my head. This is a little bit of an arbutus outgrowth. All the Douglas fir and the Garryoka beneath us now. All we get from here to the summit is baby arbutus. Okay, well, next thing I want to listen to is how long I've been running today. I want this show to be 1 hour only, because I have 59 minutes worth of music already queued up for this episode. I can't remember the rock looking quite so shiny and clean. These shoes have been absolutely spot on slip-proof the whole time. Any of my other shoes I would have done a little bit of slipping and sliding by now. This is the outcrop of rock where I quite often see turkey vultures or buzzards circling. They like swooping down on small animals.
Time, 36 minutes. Distance, 4.32.
36 minutes.
Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 20 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, that's what I was listening for. The 36 minutes. Because I have a real-time recorder going. So that means that this show is 36 minutes and counting. That'll be just about perfect by the time I start heading down Glendenning. I will be close to the hour. It's going off every 3 minutes, so I guess 57 would be the closest interval from the 57 to the 60. I will say my goodbyes. Yeah, the water is just running straight off the rock up to my feet. I'm now up to about 200 meters above sea level. You see there, I had to do a very funky bit of repositioning, but my shoe was true. Kind of like the court jester. What was that rhyme? The vessel with the pestle is the brew that is true. The chalice with the palace is the beaker with the mouse. Yep, I'm just coming up on the lookout turret. I think I'll be the only person up here. Could be wrong though. There might be a whole coach party of Trappist monks having a beer. Who knows? Talking of beer, I am looking forward to my barley wine experiment when I get home. I don't know if you remember, but before I left, I had the option of either bottling my beer a little early or waiting till I got home. So I decided to wait until I got home. So consequently, hello.
5 minutes. Distance, 4.49 kilometers. Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 37 seconds per kilometer.
Not a very nice day for a picture.
Oh well.
Not much of a view.
Okay, how are we going down here? Same way?
We'll go down. So, they're planning to follow me out. Unless they go via the road all the way down. I think that's what I heard him say. So hopefully this recording will be getting out there to my thousands of fans. And I'm looking forward to next week's batch of superb offerings from my colleagues in the Runnet community. Yep. I think we're up to about 5 or 6 in our little circle of interlocking shows. Yep, it's my turn today. Norman got 2 out yesterday. Very nice, both of them. Jim, I think he got 1 or 2 out as well. I had 1 or 2 from Mr. H. And now coming down Glendenning Trail on the rock steps. There are many kamikaze worms out today. I think when it rains quite heavily, all the worms come to the surface for fear of drowning, I guess. Yeah, so far so good with the shoes. I would be reluctant to get rid of them just for the sake of them being my oldest.
42 minutes. Distance 4.80 kilometers.
Yep.
Workout average pace 8 minutes. 44
Good.
seconds per kilometer.
I can speed up from here. Yeah, these kamikaze worms, the rain flushes them out. And yesterday on my bike, I think I probably ran over about a couple of hundred of them. They just strung themselves across the galloping goose, the rail trail. Can't say that I've ever seen them on Mount Doug before, but today they are definitely out in force. If you're a fisherman, you could get all the bait you ever wanted right here. Mind you, these worms are very, very thin. They're about the same dimension as a bootlace. Yeah, there's I think it's a Calgary Flames hat that I don't want. It's funny that I don't think I've ever worn a ball cap for more than just a minute or 2. I used to wear a ball cap instead of my bandana when I went through airport security. I thought I looked less foreign with a John Deere kind of cap, something that would just make me look like some kind of farmer. Okay, this is my weary bone syndrome. It's nothing to do with pain, really. It's just my skeleton is a little tired this week of being shook up. I'm all shook up. Yep. This is usually a sand gully, but today it'll be more like a creek bed. I can already follow the course of the stream runoff. Yep. This will be where there'll be the least amount of sand, right in the gully of the creek. Yep. It's like running in wet cement. Yep. Soon I will be out of here. I'll be listening closely to the next 3-minute reminder just so I know when to say my
Time,
goodbyes.
45 minutes. Distance, 5 kilometers.
45.
Workout average pace,
So I got about 10 minutes
59
more,
seconds per kilometer.
maybe less. All right, this is well and truly the glory zone. Downhill all the way. All the way with LBJ. Past some majestic Douglas fir trees. Trees the size of Nelson's column. Hello. Yep, this is the main drag. Down, down, down. Yep, I'll be exiting at Harvest Lane, and that's just about my time limit. Could be wrong by a few minutes. Hello. Lots of dogs and people. Hi. Well, they cleared away that blow-down branch, and true to form, they just cut it into chunks and threw it into the bush to rot. Yeah, I don't think there's any danger of anybody carrying the wood out, because we're about 1 kilometer from the closest road here. There's another family group up ahead, but I will probably be turning off before I meet them. So, 55, 58 I think is the next one. They're in steps of 3. So 3 12s are 36. 36, 39, 44. No.
Time, 48 minutes. Distance,
Here you go.
5.31 kilometers. Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 51 seconds per kilometer.
Hello. Yeah, I'm now heading off towards Harvest Lane with 48 minutes in the can. I will take it all the way home for us, because I think there is probably only another 10 minutes before I get home. Maybe 12 minutes. But as I say, if I pull the plug at 57, that'll be 3 off the hour. There's a bit of a hurdle here that's been here for the longest time. It's just a narrow tree that goes across the trail, and I have to step on it every time. So as I descend into Harvest Lane, I will soon be exposed to the full effects of the wind and weather coming out from under the protective canopy of leaves. Having had a joyous run and hike, Mount Doug. Actually, I'm supposed to be going to the store for provisions, but I'm too wet to go into the store like this, so I'll go home first and then get cleaned up and then go shopping. So down some cement stairs between a couple of wooden fences. You can probably hear the acoustics have changed considerably. I hope this is a nice clear recording for you guys. I think I owe you some clear recordings now.
Time, 51 minutes. Distance, 5.78 kilometers. Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 49 seconds per kilometer.
49. I should be able to get it down to 8 in the next few minutes of sidewalk running. This is when these trail shoes will be at their noisiest. There you can hear the storm drains regurgitating. Actually, it looks like the rain is stopping. I apologize about my squelchy footwear. Great for those of you who like the metronome, the cadence of my stride. It's normally around 88, so there you go. If we share the same cadence, that's what it is. Hello. There's a sprightly old woman. The birds are having a field day today with all these worms. Easy pickings. My apple tree has got a few leaf buds just about to pop open. This will be the first year that I've had an apple tree. I'm optimistic that I will have some fruit in my basket by the end of the summer. My neighbor Brendan has an apple tree, and I think I saw 3 or 4 nice looking apples. I will wait. That's Shelbourne Street. I'm back on San Juan. Just coming up on my 57.
54 minutes. Distance, 6.23 kilometers. Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 40 seconds per kilometer.
I missed it. A car. A damn car. Well, I can take it for another 3 minutes. It's not a hanging offense to run long on your show. I did want 59 minutes. So I think the last one must have been 54. Then it'll be 57. And then 60. And I'll be home. It's been quite painless today. Painless exercise. Well, I hope between the Ice Smooth Run Lady and my sparse conversation and a few porridgey belches, I hope we've managed to entertain you for the past hour. I have run Mount Douglas Summit in this hour. Coming up on Majestic Avenue, Majestic Drive, sorry. I like giving the cars a little more time to stop when it's wet for two reasons. One is the braking is affected by the wet roads, and the other is something people tend to forget. When there's rain, your visibility is greatly affected. You have bad wipers, you know all about it. Okay, so this is the Running Jackal, finishing off a summit run, finishing off a week of training in the rain.
Time, 57 minutes. Distance, 6.69 kilometers. Workout average pace, 8 minutes, 31 seconds per kilometer.
So, there you go. I have to fish out the recorder and see if I can stop the recording. Bye-bye, everybody. I also have to remember to take out the battery. Yep. 58 minutes. Perfect. So unlock it, press